places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world.
Journalist James Nachtwey photographed people with tuberculosis in South Africa, Cambodia, and other countries for this slideshow being displayed around the world. Health experts say tuberculosis is preventable and usually treatable, yet it continues to afflict around 9 million people each year. It kills one person every 20 seconds. Nachtwey's pictures are being distributed by a coalition called Action. Joanne Carter of Action in Washington says because of decades of neglect, TB has now developed into newer, deadlier strains. Some are extremely drug-resistant.
Even though this disease kills nearly 2 million people, that these photographs could actually bring some much higher level of attention to tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis can be treated with powerful drugs, but many poor countries lack the means to detect the disease. Carter says the newest TB drug is 40 years old. There is no effective vaccine for adults, and diagnosing the newer strains is more difficult.
In most of the developing world, the diagnostic test that we're using for TB is over 100 years old.
With a poor medical infrastructure, experts say it is difficult to make sure patients continue taking their medications for the minimum 6
be able to continue treatment for a 2-year period, and that means that they're going to die.
To view more of Nachtwey's photos and find out about the disease, visit www.xdrtb.org. Leta Hongfincher, VOA News.
"30 years ago, the world had a choice: to fight AIDS or not.
My father was diagnosed with HIV, the virus that causes AIDS.
I would probably have died, but my life was saved by antiretroviral drugs.
The drugs cost a lot of money, and at first, there were lots of them to remember to take, but he survived.
I did more than just survive. I was able to live a normal life.
My father met my mother at a clinic. She was HIV positive like him. The same medicines that saved him also saved her. Not only that, but eventually she was able to have a child that was HIV free. That child is me.
AIDS doesn't discriminate, but sometimes people do. Life wasn't easy. We were called dirty and disgusting. Some people would stay away from us, but we found strength in each other. 30 years ago, the world chose to fight against HIV/AIDS. But what would have happened if no one had bothered? I would have died.
And I would never have been born.
We could not have told you this story. Today, the medicines are getting cheaper and the treatments simpler, giving a chance of healthy life to millions more.
A generation born free of HIV, a generation free from discrimination, is no longer a dream. It can be a reality. The future for millions of people affected by HIV will depend on the choice we make today.
And it isn't just about HIV. AIDS treatments will prevent new HIV infections. It can also protect adults, pregnant women, and young children from other illnesses like tuberculosis, malaria, and pneumonia.
The fight against AIDS gave hope to people everywhere.
It offered the chance for people like us to live a normal life, the same as anyone else.
The first symptoms, fever, often with headache and chills, may appear 1 to 4 weeks after the bite of an infected mosquito. These symptoms may be mild, but if not treated quickly, parasites transmitted by this mosquito can cause a severe form of malaria that often leads to death. Plasmodium parasites causing malaria are spread to people through the bites of infected Anopheles mosquitoes, which bite mainly at night in hot and humid areas where they can breed easily. In many places, malaria transmission occurs mostly during and just after the rainy seasons. Over 3 billion people, half of the world's population, are at risk of malaria. Most cases and deaths occur in sub-Saharan Africa, especially amongst children who are weaker and more vulnerable than adults. Asia, the Middle East, Latin America, and to a lesser extent, some parts of Europe are affected. Early diagnosis and treatment prevents deaths and helps reduce malaria transmission. Before any treatment, all cases of suspected malaria have to be confirmed using parasite-based diagnostic testing, either through microscopy or a rapid diagnostic test. The best available treatment is artemisinin-based combination therapy, known as ACT. It's important to use ACTs instead of artemisinin alone because this medicine, taken in combination with other long-acting drugs, helps to avoid parasite resistance. You can help prevent the spread of malaria, whether for yourself, your family, or your community. WHO, the World Health Organization, recommends several efficient measures. Research is underway to stay ahead of the resistance the parasite develops to drug therapy and the mosquitoes build against insecticides. Researchers are developing a malaria vaccine and are also working on genetically modified mosquitoes that will not transmit the parasite. Malaria is a life-threatening disease, but it is preventable and curable.
Pollution prevention is not just about reducing or eliminating waste.
It's about creating a cleaner, healthier world.
We can do this by changing industrial production processes,
Using less toxic substances and products.
And conserving resources by recycling materials.
You can help prevent pollution with just a few simple steps. Turn off the lights when you leave a room to save energy.
Use products with recycled content to reduce waste.
Buy WaterSense bathroom fixtures and stop leaks to conserve water.
Buy Energy Star appliances and light bulbs to reduce air pollution.
Choose Design for the Environment labeled products to reduce hazardous chemicals in the environment.
You can help save resources, energy, and money.
I'm doing what I can. You can do your part to create a healthier environment for you and your family.
Prevent pollution. Preserve the planet.